Hey guys!
What is up, guys? We are back with another Rangers post-game video, and what a game it was.
Yeah.
Rangers take on the Boston Bruins for the third time tonight, and fans finally back in MSG as we reach some kind of normalcy in this crazy, crazy year. And wow, did it show? I don't want to say everything was on the fans and everything, but what the energy was flowing in this game. And I don't know where to begin with this. The Rangers just absolutely put the bricks to the Boston Bruins tonight. Final was 6-2. Six different Rangers score in this one to give them the W. And it was a fun game to watch, honestly. Probably the funnest game all season. First of all, to see the Rangers put up 6, which has not happened this year. The Rangers only put up 5 in the second game of the season against the Islanders, which was a 5-0 shutout. But the Rangers really came to play tonight after the Bruins had been beaten up on last night by the Islanders with 5 third-period goals. This was kind of almost the same situation here. So, I mean, to start it out, Gauthier gets the first goal of the game.
His first goal, too. Wait,
his second goal.
His second goal,
He gets his second goal of his career and the first goal of the game. And, I mean, the Rangers scored so much, I'm not sure, who scored what goal in what sequence. But, all I know is that the Bruins ended up scoring to make it a 2-1 game. The Bruins scored 1, and the Rangers were pretty much on their heels the entire second period. I do remember that. I was like, this is rough. This is rough. I mean, like, they don't look like the team they look like, because the Rangers played pretty much a perfect first period, feeding off the energy of the fans, having them back in the building. The fans were loud. You could hear everything.
Yeah, it was 1-0 by the end of the first period.
It was 2-0, I believe.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. And then the Bruins scored in the second to make it a 2-1 game.
I'm pretty sure that and I could be wrong, but I think in the second period, because I know you felt like when the Bruins scored, the Rangers lost energy, but I felt like when the Rangers scored their second goal, they got comfortable and kind of a little more laid back, and then the Bruins scored.
Yeah.
And then the Rangers seemed like they were falling apart. I'm like, oh my God, here we go.
And then they started taking stupid penalties, this and that. And then they got a power play towards the later half of that period, the second period. They didn't score on it, and then he immediately got another one.
Within 12 seconds.
No,
12 seconds. Oh, no, that's
play,
not. I'm sorry.
And you could tell that they were building off that last power play. The Bruins gave him a second chance now, late in the second. And they come through. I do remember the goal by Colin Blackwell. It was a shot by Adam Fox, tipped in by Blackwell. And then 12 seconds later, Kreider scores to make it a 3-1 game. And then after that, the Rangers just open the game up. They go into the third, and then there's just goal after goal. You know, Bodinsky gets one sliding. Buchnevich gets one. I'm trying to think of who else got. I had it pulled up on my phone. Like I said, 6 Rangers scored in this game. Ryan Strome had a great goal from that might have been the second goal of the game. Ryan Strome had a great goal from a feed from Lafayette. And like I said, the Rangers just blew this game open.
Kreider got a goal tonight too.
Kreider had the goal, 12 seconds apart from
you said that
the Strome goal. And that's it. Like I said, they blew it open, and then the Boston Bruins end up getting like one more from Marchand, of course, his name was said a lot on tonight's game, but not because he was around. He was just agitating people. He was arguing calls. He was trying to start. I mean, that's his game, though. Anybody who knows Brad Marchand knows that's his game. He's an agitator. But the Rangers did a good job of shutting him down. The only line that scored tonight for the Bruins was the Pastrnak-Marchand line. Other than that, the Rangers shut the entire Bruins down. And again, I mean, you can't ask for anything. Ryan Strome, 3 points tonight. Adam Fox, 2 assists. You know, the only person that was pretty much kept off the score streak, which has been an ongoing thing, was Zibanejad. You figured with 6 goals that he would find his way onto the score streak. Or score list. And he didn't. Like, 0 points, 3 shots on net. It's unfortunate, but the Rangers pulled it out, you know? They got this game after, like I said, you figured the Bruins were going to come hard after getting beaten up so bad last night against the Islanders. You know, the Rangers are like an easy target, you'd feel like, after, you know, playing the Islanders, who are a structured team. You know, the Rangers are kind of like up in the middle of nowhere with everything going on with them. But they came out, you know, and they played. The fans are back in the building tonight. Fans were as loud as they could be for having 2,000 fans there.
It was still loud. It was still good.
It was great.
Good energy coming from them.
It was great. It was a physical game. Rangers came out hitting. I think they finished the first, 14 hits. Players like Jack Johnson was hitting people. You know, Keandre Miller had a hit. Lindgren was mixing it up. Just a lot of physicality in the first half of that game. And it was a nice game. It was like one of the few times as a Ranger fan you could just sit back, coast, and watch this team roll to a victory in 60 minutes. Which I never do. But everybody else was like, oh, this game's over. I'm always on my edge with the Rangers because you just never fucking know. It's hard with this team, like I said, because they're such a young team, and it's just like the injuries and the call-ups, and it was nice, like I said, it was nice to see Brodinski get one.
Yeah.
If anyone gets a chance, check out Brodinski's goal. He was like diving on the ice with one hand on his stake and poked it in. Rask had a rough night tonight, man. Like Halak had a rough night last night against the Islanders. Rask had a rough night tonight. I'm actually shocked they didn't pull Rask and put Halak in, but like I said, Halak got it put to him last night. So they might have just figured, well, now it's Rask's turn, let him play this one out. Because that happens, you know, like you understand this as a goalie in the NHL, like you're gonna have nights like this, and that goes for every team. You know, Bruins are top of the division. It's just it's great that the Rangers got to put it to him. You know, like he's a top goalie. Like he's like the Lundqvist of the Bruins. You know, like he's been around that long. He's a great goalie. So he got to put to him tonight, and the Rangers, they didn't let up. Like I said, the second period was rough. I mean, I was bitching a lot during the stream about the second period, how the Rangers were, you know, had such a great first and things were working, and it's just that one penalty, man, which I always talk about. They can change the flow of a game. You know, the Rangers got a power play, they didn't score, and immediately the Bruins took another one, and then after that it was all downhill for the Bruins. All downhill. Rangers just jumped on that. You could see the ice tilting. The ice was starting to tilt in the favor of the Rangers, and they kept on that. And it was just a good game, man. It really was. Like I said, 6 different Rangers scored in this one.
Yeah, so there's Strome, Kreider, Blackwell, Buchnevich, Brodinski, Gauthier. That's it. That's the 6.
So yeah, they all scored for the Rangers.
Which is so exciting. I feel like usually we can keep track of the goals, and we had to look it up to know them because there were so many.
We're also chatting with everybody in the stream and everything, and we're all talking and everything. So sometimes when it's such a relaxing game like that, you know, we're just kind of going with emotions.
That's the thing. You have such a big lead, and you're just excited about that, and you don't have to follow it as intensely. And what a great game for the fans!
Yeah, what a game to be a fan, to come back to this game. You know, with limited seating and all that nonsense, and come back and not, you know, watching all these one-game losses or wins by the Rangers, not knowing what you're walking into to a team that's been devastated with injuries and drama going into this. Yeah. And the Rangers really showed up, and I think they showed up for the fans, man. They really. I know it's easy to say being a Rangers fan, as we're both sitting here wearing blue, but you could feel something was going on in that building. Just hearing the game, and just watching them play. They played a lot differently. Yeah. With having people in the audience, even if it was just 10% capacity.
Yeah, it was 2,000 people, I think. But I think not only did the Rangers show up to play for the fans, I think the fans came to be there for the Rangers. And having that energy, I think tonight was 2 big things. Was one, the Boston played last night, so they're a little tired. But the main thing, I think, is just having that energy. The Rangers have been like close in a lot of games, and they just can't pull it off. And you said that the fans will hold the team accountable. They'll start booing or the team or whatever. So that without that pressure, without that excitement, I think that is maybe part of the problem. Hopefully, maybe we'll see. Either way, they played harder tonight. They played really hard, except for like 15 minutes in the second. That made me nervous.
Which is like practically a whole period, pretty much.
Yeah, almost the whole period. But they came through at the end, so it was good.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Georgiev was in that time. So Georgiev, I mean, he was good when he had to be good, and he had to be good early in that second period.
Yeah.
Because like when Boston scored that, they were 1 goal away from tying it. You could tell that they were trying to really get that game tied.
Yeah.
And Georgiev kind of stood on his head, and the Rangers, they ended up catching that call. They didn't have anything going, and they caught the next one, and they scored. And after that, like I said, it was all downhill.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna credit a lot of it to the fans feeding off the Rangers, and the Rangers feeding off the fans.
Yeah.
There was even like anybody who watches Rangers hockey, it's like when you really start putting the bricks to a goal, you get that chant going. Everybody knows the Marty. Well, this one was Tuukka. So even the fans were getting right back in there, like they didn't miss a beat.
They were calling out Marchand too, or whatever, right?
Yeah, they were calling out Marchand. They were calling Marchand's an asshole, all that shit, because he fucking is. So like, just from a Rangers fan, like not at the building or just being like a fan from like at home, great game. To be a fan, to be at that game, you could be like, oh, my first game back after COVID, the Rangers absolutely crushed the Bruins, and the Bruins are tied for first with Washington. So,
and the Bruins won't get that amazing opportunity for like 3 weeks.
3 more weeks until fans are allowed at TD Garden, as far as the Bruins are concerned. So, I mean, like, there's no other way to say it. I know I keep saying this, but, like, there's no other... It's just a really good game for the Rangers, man, especially with all this Panarin bullshit and everything going on. Keontae Miller, he was back in the lineup
tonight. That was great. I didn't think he was going to come back that early.
Keontae Miller played a great game, as always. Always expected him to play. I think he took a penalty tonight. That was it. Yeah. He never takes penalties. Whatever. Give him one.
Yeah.
Kreider still, Kreider, after coming off the hat trick, gets another one tonight. Kreider's getting hot. 4 goals in 2 games. Stepping up, wearing the A on his shirt. So... again, just a great performance for the Rangers, and it just makes it even better because the fans were allowed in the building tonight, so they got treated to a special one. Yeah. So again, we will face the Bruins again on Sunday, 12:00 game.
They're gonna be mad.
Bruins. I thought Bruins were gonna come hard tonight, but like maybe the back-to-backs just wore them out. Now they'll probably have a day of rest, no practice. Jump right into it Sunday. Rangers maybe will practice tomorrow because they didn't play back-to-backs. They might just get a day of rest, just be like, well, rest. Don't fix it if it ain't broken kind of situation. If they could beat the Bruins twice, that'd be amazing. Because like the Bruins have now lost to too many teams. I know the Islanders they've lost to, and maybe like another team has beat them twice. I think this might be the 5th loss for the Bruins as far as regulation losses go. I don't know about overtime and shootouts and all that. I know they have maybe 1 or 2 overtime losses, but in regulation, they have not lost a lot of 60-minute games. So this was one for them. So, anything else you have there?
No, just that Heedle's looking good, and maybe we'll come back.
Oh, yeah, possible return for Heedle. I don't know about Sunday.
Yeah, I don't know about Sunday. I feel like that's too soon, but I have hopes for the game after Sunday, which is, Tuesday? What's his name? Got hit in the face, but he was okay. Lindgren.
Yeah, Lindgren, yeah.
And, that was it. Glad that Miller was back. And just a great game. Just really nice. Rangers needed that. We needed that. I think all of us needed that. And
after that Flyer game where the Rangers shot themselves in the foot, could have won that game.
Yeah.
This was a good game to win against honestly, a better and healthier team than the Flyers. That's what kills me, that they lost that Flyers game and then came out and put it to the Bruins. So.
We're going to see what it's like with the fans. Hopefully it'll keep going. Is the Sunday game at home? No. It's got to be at Boston, right?
I think it's at home.
Oh, is it at home? That would be great.
Yeah, because then the Rangers are going on a 4-game road trip after that. So this Sunday game might be home. I haven't looked it up. Yeah.
That would be great because then there'd be fans. Oh, I think you're right. Then there'd be fans in the stands again, and that would be really nice. So I don't want to jinx it. It started the weekend off great. I'm really hoping it bookends it with a win on Sunday too. But you know what? Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. All right, guys. We will catch you on Sunday for the next one.
Yeah.
Big 2 points to the Rangers. Hopefully going to get 4 here and then hit the road.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thanks. Bye.
Peace.